The civilization of ancient Egypt was one of the most enduring in human history, thriving for over 3,000 years along the banks of the Nile. Central to its glory were its majestic cities, urban centers that were not only administrative and political capitals but also religious, cultural, and scientific hubs. These cities birthed pharaohs, hosted gods, and preserved secrets of eternity in tombs and temples. Let's journey through time to discover the stories of Egypt's ancient cities. Memphis, the first capital of a united Egypt. Founded around 3100 BC. Founder, Pharaoh Menes, Nama. Significance: Memphis was the first capital after the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt by King Nama. Located strategically at the apex of the Nile Delta, it served as a central point for administration, commerce, and religion. Cultural role: it was home to the Temple of Thor, the creator god, and thus considered a religious center. The priests of Memphis were influential in religious reforms. Architecture: though many structures are lost to time, massive temple complexes once stood here. The nearby pyramids of Giza and Saqqara demonstrate the region's early architectural prowess. Decline: after the rise of Thebes and later Alexandria, Memphis slowly lost its political significance but remained spiritually important. Thebes, Wazit, city of the living and the dead. Golden Age, 2000 to 1000 BCE, Middle and New Kingdoms. Modern name, Luxor and Karnak. Significance: Thebes was the religious capital of Egypt, particularly devoted to Amun-Ra, king of the gods. It rose to prominence in the Middle Kingdom and reached its zenith during the New Kingdom. Temples: the magnificent Karnak temple complex and Luxor temple were constructed here. Karnak was the largest religious building in the ancient world. Tombs: on the west bank of Thebes lies the Valley of the Kings, where pharaohs like Tutankhamun and Ramesses II were buried. Cultural life: Thebes was a hub of education, art, and religion, drawing priests, scribes, and craftsmen from all over Egypt. Heliopolis, city of the sun. Egyptian name, Yunu. Modern area, near Cairo, Ain Shams district. Significance: Heliopolis was the center of sun worship, dedicated to the god Re. Its name means city of the sun in Greek. Priest and knowledge: the priests of Heliopolis were among the most learned in Egypt, contributing to philosophy, astronomy, and cosmology. Influence: the creation myths of the Heliopolitan priesthood deeply influenced Egyptian religion, including the concept of the Ennead, 9 gods. Decline: although its political power faded over time, Heliopolis' religious legacy deeply influenced even Greek and Roman traditions. Abydos, gate to the afterlife. Location: Upper Egypt, near modern Sohag. Spiritual importance: Abydos was one of the most sacred cities in Egypt, believed to be the burial place of Osiris, god of the afterlife. Pilgrimage site: Egyptians traveled to Abydos to make offerings to Osiris, hoping to secure a place in the afterlife. Temple of Seti I, a magnificent temple built during the 19th dynasty, filled with detailed inscriptions and the Abydos king list, a chronological record of pharaohs. Mystery: the Osirian, a subterranean structure behind the Temple of Seti I, is still debated for its architectural mysteries and symbolism. Alexandria, the Greco-Egyptian jewel. Founded 331 BC by Alexander the Great. Golden Era, Ptolemaic and Roman periods. Significance: Alexandria was not part of pharaonic Egypt, but under the Ptolemies, Greek rulers of Egypt, it became one of the most cosmopolitan cities of the ancient world. Great Library, home to the Library of Alexandria, which aimed to gather all the world's knowledge. Scholars came from Asia, Africa, and Europe. Lighthouse, the Pharos of Alexandria, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, stood over 100 meters tall. Decline: earthquakes, invasions, and religious shifts led to its fall, but Alexandria remains a major Egyptian city today. Daily life and urban culture in ancient Egyptian cities. Houses and markets: most citizens lived in mud brick houses with flat roofs. Markets buzzed with trade of grains, linen, gold, papyrus, and perfumes. Temples and bureaucracy: temples were more than places of worship, they were centers of education, economic control, and administration. Language and writing: hieroglyphics adorned walls, and scribes were essential for running the state. Cities were also home to early forms of libraries and record-keeping. Legacy of ancient Egyptian cities. Many of Egypt's ancient cities were absorbed or buried under newer towns, yet their influence echoes through modern architecture, religious traditions, and global culture. Temples, statues, and tombs unearthed by archaeologists continue to reveal stories of rituals, science, warfare, and kingship. Today, cities like Luxor, Cairo, and Alexandria preserve ancient legacies through museums, ruins, and living traditions. The ancient cities of Egypt were not just centers of power, but beacons of human ingenuity and spiritual insight. Each city, Memphis, Thebes, Heliopolis, Abydos, and Alexandria, offers a window into the soul of Egypt, where gods walked with kings, and where life and afterlife were bound by stone and starlight.